With the alarming rising rates of mass shootings and shootings in general, it is important to talk to someone about how you feel before an eventful situation happens. We are here at Mesquite Academy with Kelly Smith, a counselor, and she's here to talk to us about the importance of seeking help before acting out of emotion.
A large part of my job is crisis management. If the child or the student is having emotional or behavioral difficulties, they'll call me out. And for example, yesterday I had an 8-year-old who got upset with his teacher and started tearing up the classroom, and so they called me out. And part of my job is to get the student to calm down, then to clean up the room, and then to problem solve on what he can do with his anger instead of tearing up a room and having to clear the classroom and he having to get discipline action. So my job is to basically take a person wherever they are emotionally or behaviorally and get them to where they can stay in the classroom and be successful.
She has worked at Mesquite Academy for over several years and says there's definitely a change in the students' behavior throughout generations.
The biggest trend is just kids with more adverse things that have happened to their life, younger, or a trauma, or maybe they've been through a lot in their lives that usually little kids don't. And the trend that we notice is that we have kids that are more destructive, more temper tantrums, more being unable to self-regulate or control their emotions. So they say anything that's on their mind, or they yell and scream, or they get physically aggressive, and that's been at a younger age.
Many of these changes might have to do with all the media surrounding us at all times.
Media has a powerful influence on the kids that I work with, and even on my own personal kids. I think what we see and hear, I think that's why we really do need to have truth in media. I think we need to have transparency. I think we need to have balance, because the kids that I work with, they talk about the media. They're watching they're either on video games or on the news or the TV shows, and it's changed so much too.
With many kids not having a person to vent to or rant to, it is very critical that we have people and resources like Kelly Smith to help the kids in the community.
I like to think that in the long run that my profession and my job does help, but I may not. It's kind of like planting a seed in a garden. I may not see the full benefit of what happens down the road. And maybe the kid, moves to another district or transfers to another state or whatever, and I may not see the seeds that were planted, but I kind of hope that they learn something from me, from any encounter that they have with me. So I think I am leaving an impression. Sometimes you don't really get the feedback. You don't really know what's going down the road for them.
If you need help, resources are always available and closer than you think. Be sure to check them out around campus or anywhere that's near you. This is Marina Pescador, back to you.